Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, another video. Let's fucking go. Last time the game crashed in this very moment, so that's where I'm gonna start this video. We discovered that someone stole... Well, no, he didn't steal it. That guy from the vineyard sold a barrel of fancy ass wine that wasn't supposed to be sold to anyone else than the course, I guess.
Side effect of
Court,
mutations.
I guess.
Witchers rarely get the jitters.
And after further investigations,
Captain seems like a
we
man
found
who
out
can
that
take care of himself.
the guy responsible for that is called the Cintron or something like that.
He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Centrion's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centrion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centrion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Not the first time.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it.
Like a boss, not the first one. I'm used to it.
We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Centrion accent.
What did he look like?
That was very fucking fortunate.
Well dressed with a beard, no distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she
This whole fucking investigation is extremely lucky. Spilled wine, like, and I guess
The singer. I've heard of her. She said to begin.
stolen wine.
The same. We went to her home.
I mean, there was lots of random evidence that we weren't supposed to find, to be honest.
A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Centrion gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Gotta nab the Centrion. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Centrion truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville.
Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? I'm gonna have to spend even more money on that? Okay, screw it. I think I can still afford some clothes. I mean, they cannot be this expensive. Holy shit, that's a dope crossbow. Fuck it. I'm keeping that. Okay. I'm gonna buy some clothes, cause why not?
Hey, is that not this girl with the price on his head? It's him! Get him! Look lively! Rush at him, boys! Shut up, fight.
Oh fuck.
Spells! Hex his heart!
That was the guardsman. Holy fuck, I didn't even notice that.
I'm a hunted man.
I didn't even notice that. I thought he was just a bandit. Okay, finally here.
Long live Duchess!
Is that the guy?
Sacre bleu.
Yeah, that's him.
It's a crime. You're from the north. That's painfully clear.
Excuse
Oh, shut the fuck
There is
up.
no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
That's the nicest fucking armor
All
crafted in
jest
this
aside,
fucking
let me see
city.
what you got in your wardrobe.
And I've paid a fuck ton of money for it.
Willing, sir.
So shut the fuck up. Oh, that actually looks nice. And something else. And I think that's it.
Thanks.
Ever your servant, sir.
Okay, so let's dress up. Take these off. Okay, so let's meet her.
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
It's not surprising at all. Is she gonna give me shit for having the swords on my back?
Well, well.
Oh, they disappeared.
Expect you to have such a sense
That's
of
lucky.
style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a mask. Just not the kind required. They're a little different.
Oh yeah, I
from
forgot.
those Mandragora
Those ears are
ones.
considered being a mask.
Put it on.
I prefer the ears.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are. We must proceed with caution. Come, it's our turn.
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell
What
us about these
performance?
performances?
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, A singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
A shame. You would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to
Yeah,
see
that
the
kinda
great
sucks, 'cause we're looking for
a
her.
master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Ballant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well.
I mean, at least that's a clue.
About artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here.
At least we have a clue, but that's a shitty clue, to be honest. Because I wouldn't be surprised if a fuck ton of people would have orchids in their head,
It would be
in their hair.
All would know her anyway.
Kaveri orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Centrian.
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you.
Come and express yourself.
Hell yeah, let's paint something.
Paradigm manifested.
How many do I need to throw? 15.
Full sensually parted lips. I got it. It's the Soreto.
It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Blue blood is all eyes. Quite the noble color. Splendid. The sky over Toussaint before a storm.
Or a deeply
And their comments are just the best.
It's obvious.
Yes, it's sure to
It
be a
represents
masterpiece.
They're commenting it like it's the best fucking painting they've ever seen, and I'm just randomly throwing balls of paint. Oh, wait a second, two more.
That green, lush and verdant, and voila, fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism, the continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance. Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
I'm actually interested if there are multiple options for his comment about your painting. Or is it always the same one? Let's steal some food, cause why not?
Where's it?
Outrage.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Is he gonna do something besides flying on a carpet?
How beautiful.
That's awesome.
Pretentious.
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive. What else can I do?
They say releasing
Fine.
brings good
Let's
luck.
give it a try.
Designating it like a boss with Igni.
Such things.
He doesn't give a fuck about matches or shit like this. Okay, but let's finally find her.
It's an outrage. Cecilia never should have. Are you sure? Please? This is a private.
Not here, I guess. Where the fuck is she?
Aren't they even? Because the right club seems some.
Maybe on the other side?
Blah blah.
No, it says that I've been here before. Oh wait a second, is it this one? Maybe it has to be this one.
Do not disturb. Shoo shoo.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centurion
It's not her, right?
With. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centurion.
She just gave her a flower.
Ah!
That has to be
You
it.
must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move.
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here, tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur. I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Okay, fuck him. We're leaving. So that's not the right person. What's that? A love letter?
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look.
Oh,
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
this was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
That would be pretty difficult to follow a sense like this. Especially because most of them would use perfumes as well. But apparently girl doesn't care.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
Looking for Cecilia Belland. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Quickly, upstairs.
Hmm. that the right door? Nope, that's locked. And she's dead.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana at once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
I hope she's gonna be fine. Because if not, we're gonna be the number one suspect.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony. Bloody handprint. It tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too.
He could easily make this jump.
The flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
Wrong way.
Must have climbed this ladder. Boots.
And okay, there's the ladder.
Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
Okay, I cannot access my inventory.
Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links of a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it, hard, then sank to the floor.
Examine
Box
it.
is bent, smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it. Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out, fall out. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like.
And that's our knife.
Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Locked. No key in sight.
Am I supposed to find anything else?
Links of a snapped chain.
No, wait a second, there's
Must have
something.
been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this, must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace. Seems there was a struggle. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here.
But
though.
who did he fight?
Our Centurion
That's a
must have
better
been the
question.
flyer.
So, this is the tracker. A Witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail. I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so
I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
Sounds fake as fuck.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Okay.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
And that's it? Nothing else?
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
That's very possible. Because at the very beginning of the DLC,
something else altogether.
He said that he needs to kill one more person. Besides Geralt.
My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
But why?
What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun, Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Sienna.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Sienna knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace.
But it's a prank, bro.
A decade passed. More
You just killed your brother. It's a prank, bro.
missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Sienna received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
But if she is blackmailing a
Our
vampire,
mission has gained new impact.
then we will have to save her as
You must
well.
go to Dun Time,
From that love.
and if Sienna is
Somehow.
there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape or form. You must make sure of that.
Unless this is complete bullshit.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis!
What a surprise!
And
I
that
had no
laugh.
idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
That's a bit more interesting.
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witcher's hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Is she a vampire as well?
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too.
That would be so
you are
fucking
friends.
awesome to have 3 vampires, a witcher and a duchess at the same table.
Seem surprised. Why?
I never would have suspected Regis to find common ground with a Witcher.
I mean, it is a bit surprising.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. What might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
True that.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this? It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now.
That's so fucking
You
intense.
just mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
But that's the most perfect situation. 3 vampires, because I'm suspecting that Oriana is a vampire.
Deep-cut dresses I found
Geralt, a
most
Witcher,
fascinating.
and Anna Henrietta, a Duchess of Toussaint.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than
At the
I
same
know mine.
table.
We shall return forthwith.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
And he just kind of confirmed it. Vampires, Witcher, and Duchess of Toussaint.
Crazy bringing
He didn't
Deadloff
mention
here.
Oriana as a separate
allow me
person.
to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you are gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlef believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
And that's a little bit complicated.
Oriana, she really your friend?
Or
Can she be
possibly
trusted?
it's not necessary.
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
So she's a vampire. Good
Guess
to know
it's
that.
no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
As always.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlef, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got a way with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlef here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlef. Good luck, my friend.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace.
She didn't even
Always
start
a
it.
pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
But surprisingly enough, she seemed to like that laugh.
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Yep, she definitely likes him.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Gotta go to Duntine.
I've decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count Delacroix' mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Fine. Okay, but I'm going to do that in another video, in the next one, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.